Well, after the Flint water crisis, people started worrying about what's in their water, and now a steady stream of notices have people asking a lot of questions.
7 Action News reporter Matthew Smith explains what we've seen so far and why this is just the beginning.
Think of it just like a steady drip of water. Birmingham, Garden City, White Lake, and Oak Park. More drips, more communities will continue to come. The problem is testing. Well, it's backlogged, so more communities will come out in this story. But the real question is, how big of a deal is this?
We went and got a filter just to be safe, just because how new are the pipes? How old are the pipes?
What's in the pipes? It's the question that's been driving people to buy filters, even if they haven't gotten a warning or notice. Samantha in Garden City bought a filter. So did her sister.
I think because people are worried. She has 3 kids all under the age of 11, so it was, let's get it now versus later and then have problems down the road with their health.
In Oak Park, people are asking questions too.
To hear that there are high, lead levels was really concerning to me.
Earlier this year, we heard about issues in Highland Park. In the past few weeks, Birmingham, White Lake, Garden City, and Oak Park came into focus as well. All areas where public advisories for lead in the water were announced. And make no mistake, as more tests are done, more notices will go out. A spokesperson for the Michigan Department of Environment, Great Lakes and Energy telling me we will likely find more communities exceeding the new lead action level.
We have a population-wide exposure. It's really hard to tease out what portion of lead exposure is coming from the water if everybody has, some variable risk of exposure to lead in the water.
Elin Batanzo is a water expert that was instrumental to figuring out what went wrong in Flint. What's different here is that the water isn't showing up at everyone's doorstep with lead. It's more sporadic. Sometimes it's caused by old faucets that have lead in them, but you're likely hearing more and more about lead service lines. In the past, we thought of it as a private side for homeowners and public side for utilities. That's changing. Now, all lead service lines have to be replaced by the government by 2040, and the state has stricter testing. Hundreds of communities are now getting tests done.
The EPA certified lab, it sounds really great, but they give you this tiny little test vial, and you have to just have a little slow trickle out of the tap to get into here.
But experts warn that home testing kits aren't enough. These small vials are the opposite of how utilities are testing. They're using large bottles, taking a 1st and 5th liter to signify the water that's sitting in lead service lines or those old faucets.
When your water's sitting overnight or when you're gone during the day, it can, more and more lead can dissolve in that water, and you never know when you're going to be drinking that in your home.
The safest thing you can do right now is to not rely on taps like this. Put a filter on it, one that keeps lead out. We have specifications that you should be looking for to keep you and your family safe. You can check that out online right now at WXYZ.com. For 7 Action News, I'm Matthew Smith.